quiz on the website. Oh yeah, yeah. You know it would be good then. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are using it right now. It's really great. Yeah, if we do have class in our school, so there is no corona, I probably would do it in the beginning of semester. But yeah, I got an email from some students said, oh, they go to the hometown, they don't have internet connection, something like that. That's going to be a disadvantage for them. Sorry. All right. Okay. So yeah, for financial tool, we study only return on investment because in the chapter you look deeper, they focus on like ratio, cash flow ratios, whatever ratio that doesn't really apply to freshman year. It's really deep. So that's why we move to the next section. We talk about the problem solving tool. And one of the tools that we use in solving problem is brainstorming. When you write an essay or whatever, the first thing you need to do is brainstorming. What kind of, let's say, professor give you a topic, the impact of corona on university, and the way you brainstorm. All right, what else? What is the impact of coronavirus? Maybe go to online mode. Maybe less interaction with professor, student. Maybe it's hard to find extra instruction or to find help from professor. This kind of disadvantage too. Yeah, that's kind of process we call brainstorming. The same thing in business and in logistics. We also use brainstorming tool, but we're not doing it alone. We do it as a team because in business, it's a company. Then we have many people work for it, and you alone cannot brainstorm a lot of ideas. You need the whole team to do it. Does anyone still don't understand what brainstorming is? Or brainstorm? If you don't know, this is a good time to ask a question right now. All right, let me ask. Mylin, are you here? Mylin? Didn't hear anything. Hey, Sok Lane. Oh, Sok Lane. Oh,
Me,
you
my
here? Oh, Mylin, right? Okay,
yeah.
Mylin. So, could you tell me what brainstorming is? Explain it in your own word. Yeah, brainstorming. Okay, you need more time? Okay, anyone could help? Brainstorming?
So I can say,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
so it's like your before you do something, you are like writing down the idea that is not like
Mm-hmm.
in a complete sentence,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that you have like some roadmap to do it.
Yeah, the road map. You mapping the idea. Sometimes you draw something like this, like this is the topic right here, the effect of coronavirus on university, and you draw one here, like maybe online classroom system here, maybe less interaction, student interaction, hard to find EI, another map. So you draw something, and it's not really official, like complete thing. Brainstorming help a lot, help you to write paper really quick because you just follow the idea that you just mapping, that you just road map it. Also, in logistic and business brainstorming, yes, but instead of having the topic, we're having the problem. What kind of issue that we have. So we brainstorm on that issue, on that problem, and we're going to find solution together. So yeah, so this the only difference between brainstorming in academic and in logistics. So brainstorming is an organized problem-solving discussion. It happens when a team or people get together to produce an idea, solution, or problem of new service for a new service or product. So any problem that you counter in life, not business or in real life or anything, the best way to find solution, the first you need to find what caused the problem first. You brainstorm the idea, and the next step maybe trying to find what is the possible solution that will help you. And then after you brainstorming, you just look down. You look on it. What is the most the most probable solution to help solving this kind of problem? So brainstorming, you could use it a lot, help you a lot with your life or everything that happening. So yeah, first we call it post-it tool. It's another tool in brainstorming. Post-it tool. You go to the next slide. It help you. So first you write down the note. What kind of problem did you have first? Let's say supplier sent a wrong product. Our supplier sent a wrong product. What we didn't order. So it's kind of problem that affect the company. Uh, if you work for Yum24, the problem could be like late delivery. The problem could be like maybe this accident, the driver caused an accident, or the the food like the restaurant give the wrong menu or whatever. This kind of problem that we should have that would affect the popularity of the app or the company. So first, you need to write down the problem here. Transport's always late. In handling team, it's agency, not enough forklift, not enough like equipment to do. Or maybe the school, one of the problem is what? Like small campus, they still charge money for motorbike, like 1,500 real. I don't know. The system is slow. Yeah, some kind like that. I mean, if they follow this model, they will take care of a lot of problems too. Driver don't help with off-road. Scanner doesn't work. Some problem with technology. Manual input of data. No booking in time given. Can't read the carton label. So when you cannot read the carton label, you have problem with the barcoding. You cannot scan it properly. So yeah. So any problem you need to write it down. You work in a team, right? Uh, call everyone, come sit together in a meeting and say, hey, we haven't encountered this kind of problem in our company, and now it's time to bring them up. And there's a rule during the meeting here. And there's a few rules that they point out, like no criticism of the person, just idea. If you don't like the idea, don't say, oh, I don't, you are wrong. Don't say that. Say, your idea is wrong. Or can I correct your idea? Or something like that. Just attack the idea, attack what they say. Don't attack a person. You know what I'm saying? If you attack the person, they might feel bad. And maybe later on, they don't want to contribute anymore. They don't want to contribute their idea, what they have in mind anymore. Yeah. Again, just want to clarify, if you don't like it, just attack the idea. And state the idea quickly. Any idea that pop up to your mind on top of your head, it's like I asked one of you guys, what is brainstorming? So you don't have to find a good answer right away. Just say something that pop up in your mind right away. That's the process of brainstorming. What is it? What's brainstorming? Oh, maybe trying to find a solution or something, and just popping up right away. Just saying anything that pop up to your head right away. Doesn't matter right or wrong, because later on we're gonna sit and look at it and analyze it, whether this is a good brainstorming or not, and this is a good point or not. If it's not good, we just cross it out. If it's good, we just keep it. So brainstorming, there's no boundary. There's no limit with brainstorming. Just say whatever you want, do whatever you want. And basic idea initially, just say something like simple, basic, easy to understand by everyone. And don't worry about stating the obvious. Say something obvious. You say, all right, our supplier sent the wrong product. Just say it. Don't afraid of supplier feeling bad about it. If you say the stuff is lazy, just say stuff is lazy, stuff not paying attention. Even though you say it in front of your stuff, but you're not attacking anyone, right? You just say it in general. Stuff, it could be anyone. So just say it straightforward. Yeah. It's like yeah, something like that. Just as long as you don't attack anyone, you'll be fine. And don't worry about repeating idea. Some idea repeated, but we would fix it later on. Link idea and try to improve on the other. Some idea could get on top of each other. The more people we have, the more idea we could. Because like when more people come together, they could develop each other idea. I think you study in like academic. What is the called? The academic excellence thing. They also talk about that too. Brainstorming. No question during the session. Uh, Quantity is good, so you want more ideas as as possible. And then after you get all problem like writing down in a post-it note. Remember the name? We call it post-it note. It's a trademark. This one have a copy, not copyright, the trademark. So this one is the idea doing that. And then the next we go into solving the problem solution. So the first thing we need to do, like we build an affinity diagram. So affinity diagram, what it means, like you categorize the problem. You categorize, like put it in the same category, the same type. If you have problem with supplier, any problem that related to supplier, you put on in one column. So problem with the supplier could be can't read the carton label, or the label is not good enough, so you cannot read it. The wrong barcode, checking take too long, supplier send the wrong product. So this kind of problem, the affinity diagram, it comes from the post-it note. But the only difference is that you categorize them into their own category, put them into their own category. If a problem related to the system process, you do the same thing. Problem related to the people, you do the same thing and stuff. Any issue related to transportation, you put it here. Equipment, you put it here. Why you have to do this? If you put it here, you could identify what which category that contribute to the most problem. As you see here, supplier and the system, supply system and the people contribute to like, so each of them have 4 issues that you need to take care. So the company or the group had to pay more attention to supplier. So they identify who is responsible for the problem. And when you identify the problem, it's easier to fix it. We call like cost and effect analysis. So on the next session, tool 9.3, we call cost and effect analysis. So after we identify the cost, we have to identify the effect and then trying to find the solution here. So this is the step, the affinity diagram. Again, you want to make sure you categorize everything to each category. So it's easier to solve the problem. Okay, I think this is the end of the slide. You have any questions? Let me know. Okay. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, if not, we talk about the final paper real quick. I don't think, I don't need to send a guideline to you guys. The guideline is the same. The format is 12 font Time New Romance. You could find it in the classroom system somewhere around week 7 or week 8. You find it. The only difference is like the topic, the SWOT analysis. And yeah, in SWOT analysis, you use a lot of brainstorming to find the idea. Only 2 pages required. Again, you have to focus on the format. You don't have a lot of space, so on each element you have only half a pages to write it, and it's not required to put all 3 points of each element. You could put one or two, and what I need is just like explain what is strings, the definition, why it's important. So definition, one sentence. The importance of why strings is important is like another sentence, and then give the strings of that company, and then don't forget example. If you have data, or whatever, please put citation, reference, on the last page, should be on the last page. Data, example, or statement or whatever, do not forget citation. If you don't have citation, people are going to assume that you just make up the number. Okay, that's about the paper. And for the word, choose any word that is important. Don't just throw everything in and then it's not helping your paper, you know. So yeah, so be careful in terms of choosing the word or phrases or sentence. Some sentence, even though you write it down and it's not help the paper, it's just like a waste of space. Yeah. So I don't want that. I just want to make sure you have limited amount of space, but at the same time you so put in the good amount of idea that you want to tell to the reader. And the best way to make your paper easily understand by the reader is just like ask someone to read it, ask someone else, your friends, brother, sister to proofread it. Some people may have no idea about what is SWOT analysis, but after they read your 2-page paper, they said, "Oh, now I understand what it is." Yep. Yeah. If you write that kind of paper, you're gonna be successful down to your career. Because no one likes to read long paper. If you have short paper and you have explain what you want to say, and that's it. That's it's gonna be great. Okay. Any other question, comments? If not, this is the end of our lecture. See you on Friday. Okay.
Goodbye, sir. See
All
you.
right. Have a good one. See you. Good night.